So if you watched last week's thrift haul video, this is going to be the second part of it just because there was so much stuff that I got over the past couple days. I couldn't keep talking through that video. So we're going to jump into this. There's going to be 20 more items to talk about. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? My name is Sebastian. This is Resell Junkie. If you're new here, my wife and I, we sell you stuff online and we teach others how to do it. Guys, if this video does end up being helpful, please smash that like button. It really helps a small channel like ours actually get noticed. And then if you're new here, consider subscribing because this is what we talk about every single week. Let's get into it. Everything here costs roughly $6.55 on average. I average everything out just because that's how my mind works. So that's why I'm not going to be telling you guys individual prices. So first things first is this Cabela's kind of tree branch pattern vest. Some of these go for good money, like for 50 or 60 bucks if you find the insulated ones, but this is just a basic, not insulated anything one that you would just throw over your jacket as a safety vest. This thing is going to go for 30 bucks because it's in great shape. Another pair of camo pants. These are actually military issue real tree camo pants, which is really odd. I've never seen like the military issue tag on them. I did not look these up, but they are in fantastic shape. I'm assuming we'll probably get around 30 to 40 bucks for these. But again, since they're military issue and I've never seen these before in the wild, they could go for more, but I will update you guys if they do. Seems like a camo kind of day yesterday, huh? So Field & Stream is just a basic brand. It's nothing crazy whatsoever. I'm assuming these are gonna go for around 25 to 30 bucks. They're the Vista camo. And guys, by the way, I am not like a camo expert. I'm literally like reading the name right there. If you look at any major camo pattern, they're always gonna have the trademark name of the camo. So just look for it somewhere. It's definitely bound to be somewhere on the pant or the shirt that you find. That's important to note in your titles. People search for specific camos. So if you have that in your title, it will make it more relevant. When it comes to camo anything, just remember people are wearing this for practical purposes. Make sure it's in good shape. Things with huge holes in them you want to avoid because again, people are going to be out in the wild. They need to be safe and secure with the clothes that they buy. Now, there is some really high-end hunting and camo and all that good stuff. So you need to learn what the difference is between the cheap stuff like Field & Stream and then like the nicer stuff like brands like Sitka. There's some really expensive hunting clothing. So just kind of study that stuff up. Next thing is this Under Armour mock neck long sleeve workout shirt. I love picking up these mock necks. They always sell well whenever it's cold outside. This thing looks brand new. It's a good size. It's a large. We're gonna get right around 25 bucks for this thing. Maybe, let's say 20 to 25 bucks. With those, the better like patterns and colors, the more money you'll get. Since that one was red and black, I do expect to get on the higher end of 25 bucks for it. Okay, this Barbie pearl snap shirt. This is a vintage Western pearl snap shirt. It's got the cool little ducks on the front, got some ducks on the back, so I'm assuming this was some sort of hunter. Maybe he had them added on there, or maybe it came from the factory like this. But yeah, the brand Barbie, it's made in the US. It's a nice older shirt. I'm not sure how old, but I'm assuming this is probably from like the 80s or so, maybe even earlier, maybe the 70s. But yeah, great condition overall. I don't know how it survived so long in this condition. I mean, it looks almost brand new, which is crazy. Some of these shirts can go for a lot of money. I'm assuming this shirt is gonna go for between 30 and 35 bucks just because it does have the cool little duckies on them. Okay, the brand Cool. This is a brand that everyone should know by now. It's talked about a million times on YouTube. K-U-H-L, it has the little mountain logo. This thing was in fantastic condition and I expect to get around $25 for it. REI, if you don't have REI near you, REI is just like an outdoor store that carries all the hiking brands, but they also have their own line of clothing and equipment and stuff like that. Not all of it sells that great, but this was a just nice basic quarter button sweater in a good color, so I picked it up. With their stuff, it's again, you want to look for like the UPF things, UPF value like shirts and shorts, those will do a little bit better, and then just nice sweaters overall. Now they've been making clothes for a long time, so you can find vintage stuff from them. And that stuff does have a small following, but it's nowhere like North Face or Patagonia. This sweater, I'm assuming we're gonna get $25 to $27 for. Okay, Ralph Lauren long sleeve shirt, just a basic striped shirt. This thing was actually on sale. I originally had it for $5, got it for $5, and then I think with the sale it was like 20% off as well. But again, we paid $6.55 on average for everything. I typically totally avoid dress shirts. I just don't like selling them. I've never had great luck, even though I came from the suiting industry. I don't like selling dress shirts. I bought this one because the color, the little logo on the front, and then it was also a button-down collar. That's the reason I picked this guy up, and I'm assuming we're gonna get somewhere between like, I don't know, $23 and $26 for this, just because it's in fantastic shape, it's a good color, all those things. Another brand I usually hate picking up is Tommy Hilfiger. This brand has been so overhyped online, it's crazy, guys. Tommy Hilfiger is not rare, it's not that expensive, and it is not that desirable. I don't care what any YouTuber tells you, 99% of Tommy Hilfiger is not worth your time. You need to remember it's a mass-produced brand. Even like their vintage stuff is not super expensive. Sure, there's a few pieces and a few items from Tommy that are gonna be super, super expensive, but overall as a brand, 99% of the stuff you're gonna find at thrift stores is not special, so do not get too excited. This shirt was a little bit cooler. It is an older shirt. It's got the metal buttons on it as well, which is even cooler. That's the only reason I bought this, is because it has the metal buttons and it makes it a little bit more interesting than just a dress shirt. This is gonna be more of like kind of like a shirt jacket type style thing. And again, going back to condition, it is in like perfect condition. I'm assuming we're gonna get around 30 bucks for this shirt. Everyone seems to skip over the shorts section. I love this section. I made a ton of money this year off of spring stuff, or last year I guess, off of spring stuff. These are North Face cargo shorts. Nothing crazy, but again, great condition. When it comes to brands like North Face and maybe REI, when you look for shorts, always check the bottom hem to see if they have a zippered off portion there. If they do, that may bring the value down if you don't actually have the leg pieces, but if they are in good shape, I would still suggest getting them if the price is cheap enough. These shorts we're gonna get 25 bucks for. Columbia PFG long sleeve fishing shirt. Columbia is a pretty awful brand to flip. Only very, very certain things sell from them. And like these fishing shirts do not do that well whatsoever. These have to be in pretty much perfect condition when you buy them, or else I would highly advise you guys to pass on them. Again, look for PFG. It does sell slightly better. But again, this shirt, I mean, it's gonna be like a $16 sale, maybe $18 if we're lucky. Not huge money makers whatsoever. You have to remember people use those for fishing and for hiking. So look for fish guts, look for all that stuff on them. If it even has a little mark, I would highly pass on it. Another overhyped brand is Pendleton. Pendleton is not that special. It is mass produced, and finding a wool shirt by Pendleton is not the craziest thing in the world, guys. I know as a new thrifter, it might be super exciting, but I pass on vintage Pendleton wool shirts all the time at thrift stores because either they're not in good enough shape, or like these thrift stores are trying to charge 15 or 20 bucks for them when you can get one on eBay for like literally 25 to 35 bucks. So as a reseller, it's not really worth it. But the Pendleton, like more modern series, some of them do have the actual model name on them. So this was the Burnside shirt. This is a nice flannel. It's not wool, but it's in good condition. That's why I picked it up. Nice pattern, nice color, good size. It's a 2XL. So I'm assuming we're gonna get it right around 30 bucks for this, maybe a few bucks less. But I just wanted to note that Pendleton is not a special brand. It is so mass produced. It's been around for so long. And again, certain things from them go for a ton of money, but most of it does not. That's one thing I want to beat into your guys' heads. Do not get excited because you find a certain brand. Even like Coogi, whatever it is. Coogi, a lot of their stuff is so cheap and so junky, and people like hype the brand up because a few sweaters sell for a lot of money. So just calm down when you find these brands that are kind of heavy hitter brands. Just calm down. Don't be emotional about it. Let's move on. Okay, polos. Let's just knock these two out at the same time just because we're not going to spend too much time on polo shirts. This is Under Armour. This is a Nike polo. The reason I bought these is because they're a little bit more interesting. This one has like this little weird pocket. It's got the colored sleeves, and it just doesn't look like a traditional basic polo shirt. This is also the Nike Golf Tour Performance Series, which is important to note. You will see that on the inside tag. Just they have a lot of different models and styles and quality levels of these things. Just look out for the better tiers and avoid like the basic run-of-the-mill ones. Same thing with Under Armour. I only bought this because the color was cool. The pattern had a pattern on it, so it made it a little bit more interesting. Last thing to note about polos, you have to remember that a lot of companies buy these for their employees. Just always check the sleeve for any sort of embellishments, embroideries, whatever it may be. Not to say that the shirt still can't sell with a company logo on it, but typically they sell for less money and they're just not as desirable. The Nike Golf Polo, I'm assuming like $25 to $28. The Under Armour one, probably like around $18. Okay, North Face t-shirt. This is just a basic North Face shirt, nothing special. But every time I find a North Face t-shirt, they tend to sell really fast. This one, again, it looks brand new. It looks like it was never even worn or washed or anything like that. We'll get somewhere between like $18 and $22 for this. Going back to brands that are overhyped online and not that special, Starter. Starter is not that special, guys. Most of their stuff does not sell for a lot of money. All this depends on is what team and what style of clothing that you actually have. Certain teams bring way more money than other teams. So like Denver Broncos don't bring that much money, but something in the same thing as the Raiders will bring more money for the same kind of item. That's the thing you need to learn. Just because something is like NFL or NBA and it's Starter doesn't mean the team is desirable or has like a cult following of people, which is so misrepresented online. People say, oh, vintage Starter is so amazing. No, it's not. There's so much vintage Starter that is just pure garbage and that you can't even give away online. Guys, just again, don't get too emotional about these things. The brand is important, but it doesn't mean that something is worth money, okay? This is a vintage one. This is very old. It's made in the USA. It's not single stitch, but it's definitely older. I'm assuming this is probably from like the late 90s, just based off the tag. Yeah, it's in good shape. That's why I picked it up. And it was originally priced for $3, so that's why I grabbed it. That shirt will probably get like 25 bucks for it. Okay, Levi's cargo pants. These are nothing crazy, just a basic cargo pant. Great shape, again, overall, nothing really wrong with them. Good size, a 33 by 32, so it's quite popular. And yeah, these will get like 27 to 30 bucks for all day. Okay, Puma 49ers jersey. This, a lot of people have never seen a Puma like sports jersey. Puma was a manufacturer of these for a while. So there you go, there's that. This is definitely older. I'm not sure how old. I'm guessing probably like the mid 90s or so, judging by this tag. And yeah, I'm not sure what this is worth, to be quite honest with you. I haven't looked this up. I'm assuming somewhere around like 30 to 45 bucks would probably be a safe bet. Again, fantastic condition, nothing wrong with it. 49ers have a good following, so yeah, we'll see what happens. If this does sell for something crazy, I'll update you guys. Patagonia short sleeve shirt. This thing is nice. It's very lightweight. It just, overall, it's gonna be a great spring shirt, and as soon as like it starts to warm up, we'll get somewhere around like 25 to 28 bucks for this shirt because, again, it looks brand new. I sound like a broken record by saying it looks brand new, but guys, I pass on so much stuff. Like if it's not like an 8.5 out of 10 condition or better, I will leave it. I am not here to be a laundromat, to get rid of stains, to shave sweaters, to do any of that stuff. I only buy great condition stuff, and I highly advise you guys to do the same because it will make this way easier for you, I promise. All right, so this is vintage J. Crew jacket. This was really unique and interesting because it's made in Japan. Never found anything by J. Crew that was made in Japan. This thing is in great shape for its age. The colors are bright. There's no real wear to it. I'm not sure what this is worth. A safe bet is probably 30 bucks, but who knows, maybe a few bucks more. But yeah, I'm assuming 30 bucks for this. When you find things made in weird countries like Japan, Australia, Canada, take a second look at them. They might be worth good money. All right, I've mentioned it before on this channel. Uniforms tend to sell really, really well, depending on who they're by. FedEx and UPS, all that good stuff sells really well. I had some negative comments before saying, oh, like you can't sell that stuff because of people are criminals and all these things. I don't care. It's not how I live my life. I'm assuming that it's just a normal FedEx or employee buying this stuff because they like their job and they want to feel comfortable. This is a National Park Service uniform. This thing is in like brand new shape. It looks like it was never worn. And I actually looked these up a couple weeks ago because I found something similar to this. This shirt, we're gonna probably get like 35 bucks for this. The most common manufacturer is the VF Imagewear. I've seen this across all lines as far as like these, UPS and FedEx. It seems like the VF Imagewear company makes a lot of these types of uniforms. So if you ever see that on something, take a second look at it. Even like UPS pants and shorts, if you just see a basic pair of brown shorts, take a second look at them because they really might be worth something. So just remember that. Okay, Levi's Pearl Snap shirt. Again, I only bought this because it's a pearl snap and it's in great shape. Levi's, like other clothing besides jeans and denim jackets, really are not that desirable, so don't get excited about things like this. But since it is a pearl snap, it's a good pattern, good shape overall. We'll probably get like $23, $26 for this. Okay, the brand Prana. This is a brand that not a lot of people know about. It's another hiking outdoors brand, but again, not as great as like North Face or Patagonia or Arc'teryx or anything crazy like that, but it still has a good following. There's our little embellishment there. This shirt, I'm not sure if you could see it. It has a lot of texture to the actual shirt. It's got these crazy stripes on it. That's why I picked it up. It's a good shape, great color, great little pattern to it. And I'm assuming we'll probably get like $25 to $28 for this. Okay, and lastly, Nat Nast. This is a 2XL shirt. This was modal blend. The silk ones do a little bit better, especially if they have like some sort of funky pattern to it, but this does have a light little checkered pattern. These shirts can sell anywhere from 25 to 45 bucks, depending on the color, pattern, all that good stuff. But yeah, just be on the lookout. Nat Nast, you'll see it often. It's nothing crazy. Some of their stuff doesn't sell for anything. But if you find a good condition shirt, especially again in silk, you can definitely get a few bucks for it, and it's always worth flipping because it's a popular brand. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. This was a good little haul. I hope it helped. If it did help, smash that like button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and let's become friends. But until next time, my name's Sebastian. Cheers.